for recovery of this ion exchange column, because then you have a huge amount of ammonium chloride. You can ask the farmers using it as fertilizers, also the whole aqueous solution. I don't know if they are really happy. If they ask for money, this is something you have to organize, huge volumes. I would plus, of course, if you have these balance sheets, you have to add the costs for the spray drying equipment and maybe a steam generation. I would guess maybe that investment costs might be in the range of -10%, maybe -15% if you compare both processes. Also, it's cheaper to do it as sulfate, and because you are saving in investment costs, and I think also waste disposal and some additional costs on top makes the sulfate process more advantageous.
Let me ask you this, Karl-Heinz, following up on that question. So it's 10 to 50% less capital costs.
Yeah.
How about operating costs?
Sorry, how that? Can you repeat your question, please?
How much percent decrease would there be in operating costs for the sulfate process versus the hydrochloride process?
I think these plants are highly automated. That means you do not see a great number of people in the plant. Operating costs as a workforce, I would say, is not much different. Operating costs in terms of additional variable costs like water, like replacement of these resin after a certain while. I would guess maybe 5%.
Karl-Heinz, I want to make sure we have time now to talk about the organism and the state of the art of the organism yield and titer today, and the prospect of making it better. Can you give us kind of a little clinic on that?
Okay, also the organism mainly is this already mentioned Corynebacterium glutamicum. This organism is introduced to large-scale amino acid production for making the glutamate, the monosodium glutamate, and Ajinomoto in Japan was maybe the pioneer of this technology. So this is a nice bacterium. It's gram-positive, coming from soil. It's non-pathogenic, so easy to handle, does not behave like a yeast or getting cell lysis. So other people are really liking to work with this. Over the decades, after maybe these lysine fermentation started with a modified or using a modified Corynebacterium glutamicum, people try to optimize the process. And if biochemists are calculating the theoretical yield, that means if you add a certain amount of sugar, how many of these sugar can be theoretically transferred into your desired product, which is lysine. And it is less than